The Alhambra. It's one of those places that feels more like a movie set than actual history. I spent hours getting lost in this massive complex in Granada, starting from the high vineyards, winding through the most intricate palaces I've ever seen, and ending on top of a fortress, looking out over the entire city. I didn't know every room or every corner, but that was the best part. It was just I and a place that hasn't changed in centuries. This is what it's like to spend a day in the heart of southern Spain. I headed straight to the visitor parking at the top of the hill, which leads right into the upper grounds of the estate. One of the first things I saw were the grapevines and orchards overlooking the entire complex. It's quiet up here, away from the main crowds, and you get this immediate sense of how massive the property actually is. Starting at the highest point and looking down at the main buildings really puts the scale of this history into perspective. I remember checking my camera and just being hit by how much there was to see. From the entrance area, I moved straight into the first set of gardens, the Generalife. This was the summer retreat for the sultans, and you can see why. The sound of water is everywhere. There are these long pools with jets that create a constant, peaceful mist. I'm guessing in the heat of the Spanish sun, you could actually feel the temperature drop the moment you walk into these shaded garden paths. It's easily one of the most relaxing places I've ever been. It's not just about the flowers. It's about the way they used water as a living part of the architecture. After the gardens, there's this long, beautiful pathway that leads down toward the main complex. It's lined with these tall, perfectly manicured cypress trees and ancient stone walls. It's a bit of a walk, but it gives you time to really process the scale of the fortress ahead. I was moving from the lush, green peace of the gardens toward the heavy, defensive stone heart of the Alhambra. Every turn on this path gives you a new angle of the towers rising up against the sky. Then, the palaces. This is where the math turns into magic. I've seen carvings before, but this is a fever dream. Every inch of these walls is a message. Thousands of lines of geometry and poetry woven into the plaster. Then you hit the court of the lions. 12 stone lions, a forest of marble, and a silence that feels heavy. It's not just beautiful, it's intimidating. You realize that every single detail was designed to make you stare upward until your neck ached. It's a total sensory overload. walked out of the Nasrid detail and slammed straight into this, the Rotunda. It's a giant circular Roman courtyard shoved into the middle of a Moorish fortress. It's jarring. It's a square building with a circle in its heart. It feels like an intruder, but a magnificent one. The acoustics here are haunting. One footstep echoes for 3 seconds. It's the sound of one empire trying to outbuild the one it conquered. Finished the day at the Alcazaba, the oldest military part of the site. This is where you climb the high towers to see over the entire city of Granada. Looking out from the ramparts at the white houses of the Albaicin district and the mountains in the distance was the perfect way to end the journey. Standing up there, looking at the city below, you really feel the weight of everything that's happened on this hill. It's a lot to take in, but I'm glad I have the footage to remember it. Thanks for coming along for the walk.